Welcome to Lotus Student Mentor channel. Today we are going to learn what is stemming. What is stemming in natural language processing? It is very important and it is very simple to understand through the example. Let us begin the example of stemming. Suppose we consider the word that is running. The stemming for this running is, after stemmed this word running, that becomes run or run, run. And if we consider another example, that is, if we consider runs, after stemming runs, cancel the cut off, the suffix will be removed, then it becomes run. So if we consider another word, that is argument. In that argument, after applying the stemming process, then the word becomes argue. Now, if you observe these three examples in stemming process, here if you see RUNN, it is not the proper base word of the running. Here run is the base word. If you come to runs, it is also okay, run. Whereas if we take the example of argument, then if you apply the stemming process, then the word becomes argue. It is the meaningless word. This is known as the stemming. Now let us take the definition of the stemming, then we can understand better. The definition of the stemming says that it is a more straightforward process that cuts off prefixes and suffixes to reduce a word to its root form. Like we have considered the example of a run, then what happened? The root form, runs, root form is the run. And whereas if we consider the argument, in the case of argument, what happens if we apply the stemming process, it becomes argue. That means it may not be a valid word in the language. Here argue is not the valid word in the language. I hope you understood the stemming concept. Now let us see some of the examples. As I mentioned, if we consider three things. One is running, runner and runs. After applying the stemming, the word becomes run or RUNN, run. And as you consider the arguing, as already discussed about that comes after stemming argue. The argue is not the valid word in the language of English. So it is the limitation of the stemming process. So there are certain algorithms are being used in the language in the stemming process. There are various algorithms are there in stemming process. That is, those are known as stemming algorithms. Number one, Porter stemmer. It is an algorithm. It is efficient, widely used and rule based. This algorithm, Porter algorithm, is efficient and widely used, and also it is a rule based algorithm. The second one is the snowball stemmer. The snowball stemmer is improved version of a Porter stemmer, and also it supports multiple languages. It supports multiple languages. The third one is Lancaster stemmer. This Lancaster stemmer is very aggressive, and also it is connected to like a Porter stemmer. It is also a rule-based stemmer. And the fourth one is a crow wedge stemmer. Crow wedge stemmer. This crow wedge stemmer is less aggressive than Lancaster stemmer, but it ensures valid words. And the fifth stemmer is Dawson stemmer. This is Dawson stemmer, extensive rules and suffix list. Extensive rules and suffix list. The final stemmer is a Lovins stemmer. Lovins, Lovins stemmer. It is one of the oldest stemmer. It is the oldest stemmer, and it follows the single pass algorithm. Now it is a single pass algorithm. These are the 6 kinds of stemmers. Stemming algorithms are being used in Python language for doing stemming the words, stemming the text. We can take a few more examples regarding stemming process. Suppose you can, happily is there, the word happily. After stemming, it becomes happy, H-A-P-P-I, happy. And if you apply stemming, suppose it is the running is there, as I mentioned already, run. Generously, if you use generously, then it becomes, after stemming, it becomes gener. Okay, these are the ways the concept of stemming has been explained here. Again, what you will learn in this lecture is what is the stemming, and how through examples we learned how to do stemming, and what are the algorithms are used for stemming the text. I hope you understood the concept of stemming, which is related to natural language processing. Thank you.